So I want to talk about the TRALT Ergonomic Mesh Office Gaming Chair a little bit. I want to talk a little bit about the install, some of the features that it has in it, some of the things that customers have said, myself included, about the product. If you're a tall user, if you're a short user, how much do you weigh, all of those things. So the limit's going to be about 330 pounds. Not to say that I weigh 330 pounds, I weigh 190 pounds. I am 5'9". Most people underneath or under 6'2" have enjoyed this chair a lot. One of the things that I've noticed already is that it does really, really well on wood or those plastic covers near your computer. If you have a thicker carpet or a thicker padding, you can still move it around. It's just not going to flow just as easy. Now, a couple things I'm just going to kind of walk through. So it does have the headrest that tilts all the way back. If you, again, this is why taller users haven't necessarily liked it as much. If you're 6'2", 6'3", the headrest is going to be a little bit too short for you, as well as the adjustable lumbar in the back. So we'll talk about that in just a second. So first of all, padding. I've sat in it for more than 6 hours at a time, obviously getting up, going to the bathroom, lunch or whatever, and it's fine. I love the mesh back, so it creates kind of a cooling temperature on the back, so you don't get that hot, kind of sweaty back. On the armrest, these are adjustable. These can move forward and backwards. And then I do like that they actually disappear. So they can go all the way up. So if I need to kind of get some space in here, or maybe I'm a little wide right here, it's going to fit. So you don't actually have to have the armrest in here. Now, as far as your tilt, let me slide back right here. As far as your tilt option, it's locked in. So we're going to pull that out and we can lean back. Now, one thing that I don't love about this, and this is probably my only qualm with it, is it doesn't have a locking tilt. So this is made for at the desk, kind of up front. Now, if you want to sit back and just take a rest or whatever, but even if I push it in back here, it doesn't lock. It only locks from coming in here, just back and forth instead of leaning. Now, when we pull this up, we have our gas-powered kind of riser up. We can tighten that underneath. There is a knob that you can kind of twist and tighten or loosen the gas pump there to make sure that it's steady with, you know, your height and stuff like that. A couple things I would recommend about the install before we get to the back and the lumbar. I recommend saving the box that it comes in, because you can actually use that as like a little shelf to put the chair on top of when you put it together. For example, let me see, I think I still have this. Right here, there's a part where you're going to be putting the back and the base on and the armrest, and so you want to make sure that you have something just to set it on. That was really, really helpful to have. The only tool really that you're going to need is this. It's an Allen wrench. It's got a handle, so it's actually just going to slide right in like that and go. It does have a nice grip that you can kind of do stuff. Now let's talk a little bit about the back and just the stuff that is adjustable right here while I'm not saying it. So again, here's your headrest, which is adjustable. We talked earlier about the height of people. If you're 6'1", 6'2", this is a plastic cover piece that looks like chrome. So there's actually 2 screws going in here, so this snaps on in the back. And then down here, right here, this is where we have a lumbar adjust. So we can just twist this in and out depending on where we want for our lumbar. The install time, or kind of putting it together, is going to be probably 20-25 minutes maybe. And it's just because you're using a hand wrench. If you had like a drill and you were using a drill with an Allen wrench, the hard part about, or the thing I don't recommend, not the hard part about using a drill, is there are some spots, like right back in here, putting a drill back in here, and then on the base, but also you don't want to over tighten them or over screw them in. You want the chair to hold you, but you don't want to strip the threads or anything on the inside of the chair. So for me, using this like as an office chair, I love it because this is, you know, just kind of adjust if I lean back, whatever, it's fine. I do like the armrest, and I love the disappearing right here. Now, as far as colors, just kind of final things, there's so many colors. There's black, there's white and black, there's white with gray, there's white with blue. You can look at all the colors. I don't need to go through all of them. There's a ton of colors. Overall, really, really well made. High, if I remember correctly, 4.5 stars. More than 4.5 stars on like 18,000 reviews, something like that. So thanks so much for watching.